Yeah, man, that's something I've definitely noticed with Cyberpunk, especially myself. Is back in an extremely regrettable period of my life, I used to be into tabletop role playing, and I
Regrettable?
played
Did you just say
Shadowrun.
regrettable?
Yes,
Tabletop role playing is great if you have the right people.
like even if you have the right people, why not just drink beer and play darts?
Imagination. Not the same.
No, that's like the point. I don't need imagination to have fun with people. They're just fun.
The game itself is the fun. It is the exercise of your brain, your creativity, your imagination, the interplay between each other.
I mean, I just write books. That's what I do. If I want to use my imagination, dude, I just put pen to paper. I don't need to
It's
grab another guy and a bunch of
collaborative,
dice to do
though.
that.
And you know what? You do
I
also
like,
drink beers while playing. Like, what's wrong with you?
well, dude, this regrettable time of my life, I was like 13 and hadn't yet discovered the wonders of day drinking.
Okay, fair
I was
enough.
doing the cells thing sober. It was harrowing.
I think everything you do at 13 is regrettable.
True, true. But I mean, I was like doing it as part of the high school tabletop gaming club because coincidentally I knew how to play Magic the Gathering, and like on the day of the club expo, I completely thrashed like the chairman of the club in front of like 10 people.
You
That
turn.
might not seem like a lot.
You show up with a net deck to a kitchen tabletop.
I do. People have called me out on Magic Online for not being competitive enough in my game descriptions. I am that guy.
Based.
I play to win. Yeah, it is pre-based, and that's
I've been
like the
kicked
problem
out
with
of groups because I was playing too well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's like the problem with role playing. You can't play too well because you actually, have to have like conversations with people. You can't just roll dice and win.
You know, fair point. That's a real problem with role playing games. Is there's multiple ways to play it, and I've never seen an entire table want the same type of play. Because if you want to kick in the door and roll dice and murder people, like that's an acceptable way to play the game. Although I'd argue that there are board games better for that.
Yes, of course.
And if you want to sit for 3 hours strategizing how to pull off an assassination, that's another way to play the game, which is a lot of fun. But if two people in the group try and spend 3 hours strategizing and the other two just want to kick in the door, they're having a bad time.
Yeah, and then the problem is you got the fifth guy who wants to roll to seduce everything in he encounters. That's a whole different access.
Literally,
of
you can blame
retardation.
4chan green text for that. That did not exist before the internet.
Yeah, okay, I can see that this one's our internet's fault, but it doesn't make the fact that you have to play with these random furries any less unfortunate, because you don't know they're random furries until they start like rocking up there with Dragonborn and Catfolk and rolling to seduce things. You just think they're like actual people, but no, they're not.
I don't have enough whiskey for this conversation. You're hurting me.
Yeah, but no, my actual point here is I used to play Shadowrun,